Hello, sweeties, lovelies and mid-dears. Today... Oh, bugger. Yes, I know what you want. Michael here, on his right, wants some shine, doesn't he? But today, we'll be talking about this reet bloke here on his left. The most badass motherfucker I employ. Gabriel! Gavriel! Oh, Gabriel. My postman extraordinaire.
Die figre, die filla, sorge seclum, iva villa.
Hello, Miss Lovelies. Welcome to another answer to a question you didn't ask. I am your host, the Almighty. Hence, Almighty Answers. If you don't know who I am, then honestly, what the ruddy hell are you doing here? Huh? I mean, look at me, for sake. I've recently banged on about some of us most reet blokes that ever was, like David and Solomon, but did you know angels are reet blokes too? Yeah, of course they are. And today's subject will be our low-key champion, Archangel Gabriel. Yes. Hi, Gabe. Oh, no top secret missions or anything of that like today. I simply want to show you off to us creation for the right proper chap that you are. Yeah, that's right. Soak in all the praise and adulation. Hey, wait, was that not for me? What do you mean it wasn't for me? It was it? Was it? Was it? Hot dogs. Well, I created you, so I'll take the bloody credit, all right? Yeah. See, I created old Gabe and everyone, well, everything else, and he were one of us best creations. The angels! I can't believe it. He's actually one of the 4 archangels that most commonly appear. Michael, Gabe, here, Raphael, and Uriel. Although it can be 7 major angels depending on the version to which you subscribe, but whatever. That's not us problem now, is it? No. Us focus today is this gladly bloke, Gabe. Specifically his significance to the Jewish faith. The stuff he does later for Christians is all brilliant too, and worthy of its own episode in my ever not so humble opinion. Anyway, first things first. Gabriel's name in Hebrew is Gavriel, or Gavriel, which roughly translates to God's power or God's might. How the wicked is that, eh? Not only that, but his symbol is either fire or water, because he were one of, if not the most badass of all the angels. He's essentially as third in command after Michael, who sits to me right, but Gavriel here sits on us left. That makes sense, yeah, considering that left-handed folks tend to be cleverer. Well, that's neither here nor there. Michael's the bloke I use when I need leadership, but when I need shit done, I call upon Gavriel. He is well-read and like a top-notch assassin. He's a champion assassin, actually, that handles whatever absurd task I give to him. He's generally a messenger angel that delivers, well, messages to you lot when I can't be bothered to do it myself, but he also delivers messages. If you catch me meaning. For example, there was this bloke named Daniel, and his story may or may not be a video someday, but he were a right numpty at times, and I gave unto him a vision. This vision had all kinds of brilliant effects and were pretentious and really f***ing obvious, because there were a ram, a goat, loads of horns, like horns on these beasts' heads, not the instruments, but this vision had all that and other kinds of cool shit. Take a guess what happened. That's right. That pillock Daniel couldn't understand a bloody millisecond of this reet bloody dream, could he? What were I to do? Of course, I was too busy with all the other stuff I've delegated to all the angels, so I called Gavriel. I said, "Oi, Gavriel, you handle this." And that's what I did. It's true. Understand, oh man, that this vision is in reference to the end of time. At this point, Daniel were well knackered, even though this vision were a dream, so he were obviously sleeping. That or the bloke were on acid or some other hallucinogenic magic mushrooms or something, I don't know. So he were well knackered. Either way, Gavriel weren't having any of that shit. I'm touching you, so that means you need to get the bloody shalom up, you weak little pisspot. Understand this, mate. The ram isn't an actual ram, but symbolic of a kingdom splitting off and blah, blah, bloody blah. The goat is a king of this kingdom, blah, blah, more bloody blah. But don't you tell a flipping soul about this, as it is a secret. If you do, I'll look for you. I'll find you. And I'll kill you. See what I mean? Gabriel don't bloody mess about now, do he? He may have exaggerated that bit about killing Daniel, but it were a secret, and there were some really precise evening counts in his vision, so it were on his best word to hold true to it being a secret. That weren't the end of Gabriel and Daniel's tale, because at one point Daniel were faffing about somewhere when Gabriel appeared to him. I'm back. You kept the secret, so worry not. I will not kill you. However, I am here again to give you understanding about something else. Oh my, me Daniel can be a right numpty at times. I have been at war, and I will fight those who remain. Shalom. Out. Well, blimey, that weren't ambiguous, and there's no mention of his powers except that he were a warrior angel and a holy protector. Now, not only were he a warrior angel, but this badass were an avenging one. I sent him off to smite the Assyrians. I can't spell Assyrians without an ass. Oh, well, just with that one, but I'm taking the piss out of the Assyrians. Except there's no piss to take, as I smote them all. Gavriel were looking to smite the Assyrians as I called upon him too, and you know what that well-champion Archangel said? Huh? I've been sharpening my sword since the 6 days of creation. Holy f***ing shit, mate! He knew he would be an Avenger since the beginning. Like the Hulk or whoever. Now, you do understand why Gabe deserves an entire episode, right? I mean, there's also a bit to do with Joseph and his Technicolor Dreamcoat and Gabriel. Yeah, Joseph, that bloke. He will merit an episode at least because that story is, well, it goes a bit mental. Anyway, I had a message to send to Joseph, and who better to send it than his most read messenger, Gavriel? Well, any better ideas? Of course not. Joseph were having a well dodgy time of it because I sent to him a dream in which the representations were of him usurping his father and all his older brothers. The bloody pillock then told all his family about this dream, fully expecting them to be supportive. Honestly, have they not read the Bible? I mean, although, mind you, who the bloody hell could read in them days, eh? That's one to think about, isn't it? Anyway, his dad, Israel, told him to go off and find his brothers in Shechem, who were off feeding the sheep in pastures, as one would want to do back in those days, as young Joseph were knocking about the countryside, leaving the valley of Hebron. No, not Lebron, Hebron. He encountered a man faffing about of his own accord. What are you looking for? Back in those days, it were well normal for some random bloke to encounter a lad on his own and make such a question of him like that, and not offer him ice cream from his lorry or whatever. Joseph replied that he were looking for his brothers, even though he already seemed to have everything under control, but maybe, as a formality, he asked if this random chap could show him where they were. Although, seriously, I mean, how is some strange bloke going to know where the his brothers are? I mean, to be fair, this strange bloke did know who and where they were because, well, he's bloody Gavriel, who said, "They have gone from here, for I heard them say, let us go to Dothan." Well, couldn't be clearer to young Joseph, so off he went to find his brothers, who then wanged him into a well because of the dream he had. Oh, trust me. I'll explain that story at a later point, but suffice to say that it was Gavriel that sent that message. Although, that leads one to wonder why he didn't send another bloody message of avoiding his bloody envious brothers and tell them to bugger off rather than going to meet them after they'd conspired to kill him. Yet another one of us mysteries. There's so much fun. I tell you what, it'll be a mystery what I cover in this next video. But you know it'll be good. Come now, you know it all too well, don't you? For today's episode, though, I wanted to give you some proper shine to a right reet bloke like Gavriel, and he deserves it, really. I tell him to send messages, and he does so with aplomb. Wouldn't you agree? Here's a message for you lot. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the little bell, and send us a question or two. That's all for today's episode, me lovelies. Take care. Tatty bye now. Subscribe, that is, my children. Now share, like, and leave a comment. I get lonely sometimes and I love me some questions, and hey, remember, soon you'll be able to follow me on other social media channels. You will.